Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to set up a storage unit in the SOULREND mod pack using the create mod. So first of all, we're going to learn how to use packagers. We're going to say we have a system here and a system here. So the packagers have one side that's unique than the rest, which would be this side. And you want to click that on whatever storage you have. This means that it's going to take items out of that storage or put items into that storage. Now, to get items out of it, you would need a redstone pulse. So if I put literally anything into here, it'll become a package. Now packages, you can put on the ground. Either you can punch them to get the item back, or you can right click them to pick the bag back up. So in this instance, I'm going to show you how to do the chain conveyors. So I need one of these set up quickly. And I'm even going to set one up just right over here. Now to connect them with chains, you just right click one side and find the other. It'll tell you how many chains you need. And so right now, I'm going to show you how to set up storage to different areas. So over here, this is going to be the input. So this would be your farms or anything like that. We'll even label it farms. And so we want this to go to the storage unit over here. So first of all, we're going to want to right click a frog port on this chain conveyor, which is going to let us set up a frog port wherever we want. Now this says it's too far away. I can go ahead and just move this forward a little bit and place them right on top. So now he knows where to collect packages and he also knows where to send them. I always recommend putting his area on the circles instead of on the line itself, because the bags will just loop here instead of going back and forth over between this cable. So now that we know where the storage is, we need to know how to send it to the storage. So all you have to do is put a sign and label it storage, or whatever you want to call your storage. It just needs to be the same name as this frog port. So you're going to rename it up here, and we're going to name it storage, just like the sign. And so now, after I connect a frog port here to here, this one does not need renamed. Anything I put into here is going to get sent right over to this one. Just like that. So now we know how to use packagers. We're going to set up a storage unit. So item vaults can be 3 by 3 by 9 blocks long. But this case, we're only going to use a small vault. I'm going to grab a barrel just to make it a little bit cleaner. And this is going to be our input. This is where we put all the items we want to go into the storage system. So now we're going to take a packager to take it out of this barrel. So we click that inventory. And then we're going to need a chute and a way to put it into this area. And that would just be another packager. So the packager is facing into the vault to put items that are dropped out of this area into here. And just like over here where we use the redstone to pull things out of it, we're going to need a redstone pulse right here. I'm going to wait to put that in, or I'm going to go ahead and do it just to demonstrate. So now it's in this item vault. You can see one creative motor at the top. So now we need a way to get items out of here. And to do that, we're going to put a packager right here, pulling items out of here. Another chute. We'll do a barrel right here. This is going to be the output. This is going to be whatever items we want. And you can move this honestly anywhere you want, as long as it's connected to this packager by some way. You could even put a frog port up here and have it send it to an items area far over somewhere else. We're going to go ahead and put a packager facing into the barrel to put packages into the barrel. And just like that, almost everything is done. All that's left is we need a stock link and a stock ticker. So the stock link needs to go on the output of any storage area that has a packager. This way, it can read all of the items that are inside of the storage that the packager is facing. If you wanted it to understand what's in this barrel, you'd put it on this one, but there's no reason to do that. So now that we have that, we'll right-click the stock ticker onto the stock link, and we can place this pretty much anywhere. I'll place it over here. And all we need is something next to it. Now, we can either use an animal, in this case, a cow. Oops, excuse me. And now he's going to be our little shop. I can take out the creative motor, and it would go into here. Now, in case you don't want a cow, or don't have one available, you can always use a blaze burner. And a blaze burner will just infinitely be there, doesn't need heat or anything, and it can just be your store. When we call for this, it knows to take the package out of there and send it into here. Hopefully that taught you something, and hopefully you understand how to do it now. Thanks.